Have you ever been driving down the highway and suddenly found yourself in the shadow of a brand new truck that costs more than most people's houses? You know the one. The gleaming monster with chrome everything and leather seats that cost more than your monthly rent. If I told you that the person driving that truck is rich, I'd be lying to you. In modern America, that truck isn't a sign of success. It's a sign of a massive financial mistake. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the car payment crisis. We're going to look at the mechanics of how regular people with regular jobs are signing up for astronomical payments that defy basic mathematics. By the end of this video, you won't look at a shiny truck as a status symbol anymore. You'll see it for what it really is, a gold-plated anchor. Here is what we are covering today. First, we'll debunk the myth that if the monthly payment fits, you can afford it. We'll explore the rise of the 84-month loan, the trade-in trap, and why your insurance company is quietly taking a second car payment from your pocket every month. Finally, we'll run the retirement killer numbers to see what that $900 a month is actually costing your future self. The biggest misconception in car buying is focusing on the monthly payment. Lenders love this. If a $60,000 truck is too expensive at a 3-year term, they don't lower the price. They just move the goalposts. Remember when a car loan was 3 years? Those days are dead. Today, 72 and 84-month loans are the standard. Some lenders are even pushing 120-month loans, 10 years. Think about that. 10 years is 1/8 of your entire life. You are literally trading a decade of your labor for a machine that starts losing value the second you turn the key. The salesman asks, "What do you want your payment to be?" He's not being helpful. He's trying to figure out how much of your future you're willing to sell today. Let's put this in perspective with an analogy. Imagine you walk into a supermarket to buy a bottle of water. The clerk says, "That'll be $1,200. You'd stage an intervention. You'd think the world had gone mad. But when that same $1,200 is attached to a truck, we just nod and say, "Well, you need reliable transportation." This normalization didn't happen by accident. It's the result of decades of marketing that convinced us that a vehicle is an extension of our identity. If you aren't driving something impressive, what does that say about you? The industry has mastered tapping into your ego to bypass your logic. The car payment is just the entry fee. Most people completely underestimate the hidden multipliers. Insuring an $80,000 truck is significantly more expensive than a $20,000 sedan. Then there's the complexity tax. Modern vehicles are computers on wheels. A simple brake job on a new SUV can run $1,200. A transmission failure? $6,000. Many people have zero emergency funds because the car payment is eating all the margin in their budget. When the check engine light comes on, they don't go to the mechanic. They go back to the dealership to trade the problem away for a new loan. This leads us to the most dangerous part of the system, negative equity. Because cars depreciate rapidly, by year 4 of a 7-year loan, you often owe more than the car is worth. You are underwater. When you get bored or the car breaks, you trade it in. The dealer rolls that unpaid debt into the next loan. Suddenly, you're paying for a truck you no longer own, on top of a new truck that is also losing value. It's a financial hamster wheel where the faster you run, the further behind you get. You aren't a car owner, you're a lifelong subscriber to debt. Let's run the math. If you take an average $800 payment and invest it in a simple index fund for 30 years, you'd have over $750,000. Most people aren't choosing between a Ford and a Chevy. They are choosing between a shiny truck today and a dignified retirement tomorrow. They just don't realize it because they're only looking at the monthly payment. So, how do you avoid the trap? Use this checklist before you sign anything. Look at the total. Forget the monthly. What is the total cost with interest? The 20-40-10 rule. Can you put 20% down, finance for no more than 4 years, and keep total costs under 10% of your income? Check the insurance. Get a quote before you buy. Acknowledge depreciation. Is the identity of this car worth losing 50% of its value in 3 years? Stop being the exit liquidity for car dealerships. Trade your ego for your freedom. If this helped you reframe how you see money, hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what's the craziest car payment you've ever heard of? I'll see you in the next one.